Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 7:45 a.m. on Eastern Time on July 13th on Wednesday, Ethereum closed at $1,075, up about 3.63% so far. Respect over crypto market and the equity market on this pre-market perspective so far is across the board relatively optimistic. It's leaning more towards the upside right now across the futures on the stock side, all up about 0.25%. Oil's also dipping in approximation around $95, so it seems like we're cooling down a little bit. The 10-year yield is also unchanged at the moment, as obviously we're still anticipating the CPI report that's coming out in about 45 minutes. And apologies for posting a little bit earlier. I do have a meeting that I have to go out for breakfast for, so I have to kind of capture this before it comes out. And also I'm gonna be going to a gala later, so I have to come home and change and wear a tuxedo and stuff like that, and then come back out. So it's gonna be a lot of and also like summertime is hot, right? So it is what it is. And in addition to the news, that I'm also seeing another positivity factor that's also baked into this equation is coming out from Delta, right? We heard from Pepsi recently on the Monday's earnings, and we understand that they beat Wall Street expectation, and Pepsi, Coke, these like consumer companies are typically resilient during the downturn. So that was not a surprise, but Delta, despite obviously the high gas prices and the shortage of pilots that we're experiencing domestically, they are still able to beat their profit, and at the same time, like being able to work through and maneuver all the operational difficulties that they've been experiencing. And they have basically promised their investors and people that they are they're going to be focusing a bulk of the energy onto improving reliability, onto obviously countering the summer supply, the demand for the travel coming up, right? So they do foresee that it's going to be a record year as we're rebounding, I guess, post COVID, if you may. So that's a good sign, I would say, collectively. So Pepsi and Delta both positive so far. So that's pretty much on the news front. Obviously, we're still waiting on the number. Like, we could be green right now, but if we see some crazy numbers that's happening later, it's gonna drive us down further, right? And I think based on the technical right now, despite us showing some preliminary optimism, though, it's the like of actually going down, to about 950 to 750 in comparisons to 1150. Is still more likely, knowing the fact that we still need to cross down at the same time with respect to the RSI is despite bouncing right now, but it's relatively weak, right? So, I mean, I think ultimately daily is still bearish, right? But on a weekly and a monthly is showing bullish signals. So as we march towards like weeks out, let's say we get over the hump of the FOMC meeting, around like the timing of August, we should technically see some sort of a rebound, just like naturally. In respect to Bitcoin's up about 2.66%, I would say in comparable affectation. We're looking for some sort of a leap down, firstly, right? And right now we are bouncing because of, I guess, Delta and Pepsi are supportive, but we are also going to hear more news around like JP Morgan, Citi, and all the other consumer companies. Obviously, the CPI report, right? We might see an even hotter inflationary number, but we could also be peaking, right? So we will see. Are we peaking? Are we not peaking? And we'll look into it, and the market will tell us, right, as we see, are we going to be going up or down today? So it's quite binary, and it's like basically the world was waiting for that number. Have we hit or have we missed, right? And across the board, I would say for all the altcoins are relatively comparable. We're all bouncing because the key coins are bouncing. So, but ultimately, right, daily is still bearish. Weekly, monthly are showing reversal signs of optimism coming. Okay. So appreciate you as a quick one, and apologies for the weird timing, but have a great day, and let me know if you have questions. Okay, take care.